All right.
Okay.
Today we are back with another BTS reaction video. This one is for Army Gold. We will be checking out BTS's visit to the White House.
Yes, sir. We have been meaning to get to this for months.
Yes.
We heard back in, when was it?
I believe they visited in May.
Back in May, around that time, that they had visited and met President Biden.
Yeah.
And in America, meeting the President of the United States and joining the press briefing,
yeah,
is a big deal.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know if you remember, but we got a CNN notification about this.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right?
Yes.
A CNN notification. I don't know what it said, but how in the world did I get a notification about that?
Yeah. That lets you know how big BTS is.
Yes.
Truly. Global.
Yeah.
That confirms it if you don't already know.
Yeah. You don't get many notifications about artists meeting with the president of the United States.
Exactly. So we've been meaning to get to it. Today, we will get to that, and we will watch the press briefing. We'll watch a little footage from their interaction with President Biden.
Yeah.
And just sort of learn more about the trip in general.
Yeah. All right. So let's jump into their visit to the White House.
Let's do it. So we have a few videos for you all today. We're going to start with a video of JK going to the airport.
Yeah, I believe he is going to the South Korean airport to hop on a flight to head to Washington, D.C.
Okay, so it says that JK is leaving for Washington, D.C. to visit the White House at the invitation of U.S. President Joe Biden through Incheon International Airport, Terminal 2 in Unseodong, Jeonggu. We got to learn how to speak Korean, man. We got to get on that.
Yeah.
But he's leaving an airport in South Korea to go to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's watch it. I just have to say, I love watching these type of videos of any celebrity.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any videos like this of BTS members yet.
I think growing up, TMZ,
Oh, yeah.
right, was the go-to for these types of videos.
Mm-hmm.
But now you can look anywhere on YouTube.
They have them everywhere. And you
Yeah.
can make a living off
Yeah.
being a self-started paparazzi member.
Oh, yeah.
It's so intriguing just seeing them in their own personal time.
Yeah.
They're not on stage.
Yes. And seeing them strategize about when's the right time to get out of the car. Right? When can I get out of the car? I love seeing the movement when you have, I assume, you know, journalists and cameras that will meet you at the airport.
I love seeing the bodyguards, the drivers.
Yes, all of it.
Everything. So I'm just going to take this in real quick. Jeez. Look behind him.
All right, I have to ask a question.
Yeah.
Is JK the only person in this airport about to get on a flight?
Or maybe this section of the airport.
Terminal 2.
But yeah, I would imagine they have to clear it out for
Shut
him.
it down.
And just imagine, Jared, this happens with all of the members.
Yes. Oh, can you imagine if all 7 members showed up at the same time?
I can't, but
Right?
Yeah.
I wonder if they staggered times or if they went to different airports. I don't know.
This is intriguing.
앞에 열어주세요. 대한 씨 앞에 좀 열어줘. 정신 손 한번 들어주세요. 손 한번 더 주세요. 씨 여기. 잘 다녀오세요.
I love it.
Okay.
On his way.
I love seeing JK put his hand to his heart.
And,
Right?
And bow.
And bow and you know, thank you.
Yeah.
Because it shows that even 10 years deep,
Yep.
right, into the game, into fame, you still have that respect for your fans and for journalists and for other human beings, right? That hasn't left you.
Yes.
That true gratitude
Yes.
that people are calling your name and putting a camera in your face.
That's exactly what I was feeling, but I didn't have the words to explain. Truly.
Yeah.
Seeing him be so thankful, you can feel that through the camera, Jared.
Yes.
You can feel it.
Because it's a different story, Jordan. If JK walks in this airport, walks straight and doesn't look at anybody.
Yep.
It's like, okay, this guy, he's scared. He's, high up on his fame,
Or he's having a bad day.
or he's having a bad day.
But yeah, that let me know, like, oh, he's still a human.
Yes.
He's still a human. And with all the footage that we've seen already from 8-9 years ago, I'm thinking of that JK.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the kid. I'm thinking of the kid walking through the airport right now, commanding all of this attention. That's power right there.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not abusing that power. And it's a beautiful thing to see. I love it.
Yes.
I might have to search up more paparazzi videos of
Yeah.
BTS, because this is just, I could watch this all day.
It's addictive.
All right. What's next, Jared?
Okay. So before we watch their interaction with President Biden,
Yeah.
we're going to watch a video of them going out into the press briefing room with the press secretary to talk to the media and us.
Okay. And this video is from C-SPAN.
Yes.
Here we go.
Wow. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. So much excitement. I know it's the Fed chair meeting, right? I know. We got Bloomberg. These, I mean, yeah. Forget about me. I know, it's not about me. Okay, so today on the final day of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, I'm excited to welcome some special guests to the briefing room today. Pop phenoms, BTS. Woohoo! While many of you may know BTS as Grammy-nominated international icons, they also play an important role as youth ambassadors, promoting a message of respect and positivity. After this briefing, they will join President Biden in a discussion about Asian inclusion, representation, and diversity, as well as addressing an anti-Asian hate crimes and discrimination. As many of you know, the president has led a historic whole-of-government approach to combat racism, xenophobia, and intolerance facing ANHPI communities. Beginning his first week in office when he issued a presidential memorandum leveraging the power of the federal government to stand against this hate. The president also signed the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act into law, signed an executive order to reestablish the White House Initiative on Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders, and funded critical research to prevent and address xenophobia against AA and NHPI communities. So without further ado, I will let the band take it take it from here. They're going to each speak. We have a interpreter.
She said the band.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the civilization.
I love watching each of their faces up there.
Yeah.
The briefing room, I can imagine what it looks like when you step onto the stage.
Yeah.
We only get this view. You have a whole bunch of journalists in there and reporters. That has to be nerve-wracking.
Oh, yeah. They're probably used to it.
No, but
by
I'm saying
now.
that has to be even different than being on stage because you can clearly see everybody there with a camera, a notepad.
Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking.
I mean, especially when you're just standing there.
Yeah.
Right? And you hear the
Exactly.
clicks, clicks, clicks. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like you're performing or anything.
Yeah.
Somewhere here. There you go. Good to see you. So they'll each speak first, and then the interpreter will come back up and interpret what they just said.
wow.
They're
And-
not going to take any questions. They're just going to.
I can imagine some members may not fully understand everything she's saying,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Did she just say they're each going to speak? They have an interpreter on hand.
Okay.
I wonder if each of them will speak or we'll just hear from RM.
Oh. Here, rewind it. I was talking too much.
I will let the band take it from here. They're going to each speak. We have a interpreter somewhere here. There you go. Good to see you. So they'll each speak first, and then the interpreter will come back up and interpret what they just said. They're not going to take any questions. They're just going to come here and give some words, and then we'll start the briefing. Thank you. Go ahead, guys.
Thank you, Karine, for your kind words. And hi, we're BTS. And it is a great honor to be invited to the White House today to discuss the important issues of anti-Asian hate crimes, Asian inclusion, and diversity.
네, 오늘은 AANHPI 헤리티지 먼스의 마지막 날입니다. 저희는 AANHPI 커뮤니티와 뜻을 함께하고 기념하기 위해 오늘 백악관에 왔습니다.
네, 최근 아시아계를 대상으로 한 많은 증오 범죄에 굉장히 놀랐고 또 마음이 안 좋았는데요. 이런 일이 근절되는데 조금이라도 도움이 되고자 오늘 이 자리를 빌어 목소리를 내고자 합니다.
네, 오늘 저희가 이 자리에 올 수 있었던 것은 저희의 음악을 사랑해 주시는 다양한 국적, 언어, 문화를 가진 저희의 팬, 아미 여러분들이 계셨기에 이 자리에 올 수 있었다고 생각합니다. 정말 감사합니다.
We're going to learn Korean, Jordan.
Oh, we are. Yep.
네, 한국인의 음악이 서로 다른 언어와 문화를 넘어서 전 세계 많은 분들께 닿을 수 있다는 게 아직까지도 좀 신기하고 근데 신기한 것 같습니다. 그리고 이 모든 걸 연결을 시켜주는 음악이란 건 좀 참으로 훌륭한 매개체가 아닌가 싶습니다.
나와 다르다고 그것은 잘못된 일이 아닙니다. 옳고 그름이 아닌 다름을 인정하는 것으로부터 평등은 시작된다고 생각합니다.
네, 우리는 모두의 각자의 역사를 가지고 있습니다. 오늘 한 사람 한 사람이 의미 있는 존재로서 서로 존중하고 이해하기 위한 또 한 걸음이 되기를 바랍니다.
And lastly, we thank President Biden and the White House for giving this important opportunity to speak about the important causes, remind ourselves of what we can do as artists. Once again, thank you very much.
Provide an interpretation in Korean and English. 우리말과 영어로 통역 간략하게 전달드리겠습니다. 남준 씨는 친절한 소개 감사합니다. 방탄소년단입니다. 오늘 백악관에 초청받아서 반아시아계 혐오 범죄 그리고 아시아계 포용 그리고 다양성에 대해 논의하는 자리를 가지게 되어 정말 큰 영광입니다. Jun said today is the last day of the AANHPI Heritage Month. We joined the White House to stand with the AANHPI community and to celebrate. Jimmy said we were devastated by the recent surge of hate crimes, including Asian American hate crimes. To put a stop on this and support the cause, we'd like to take this opportunity to voice ourselves once again. Jeok said we are here today thanks to our army, our fans worldwide, who have different nationalities and cultures and use different languages. We are truly and always grateful. Jungkook said, we still feel surprised that music created by South Korean artists reaches so many people around the world, transcending languages and cultural barriers. We believe music is always an amazing and wonderful unifier of all things. Shiga said it's not wrong to be different. I think equality begins when we open up and embrace all of our differences. V said everyone has their own history. We hope today is one step forward to respecting and understanding each and everyone as a valuable person. 마지막으로 중요한 문제에 대해 함께 이야기하고 우리가 아티스트로서 무엇을 할 수 있는지 생각할 기회를 만들어 주신 바이든 대통령님과 백악관에 감사드립니다. 감사합니다.
What does it mean to you to come to the White House?
They're not taking questions,
No
right?
questions.
We're gonna go. They're not gonna take any questions, but thank you so much, guys.
See, that's something.
RM wants to answer.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
BTS 화이팅! 감사합니다.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
See, Jared, look. That's something that White House press reporters, they are ruthless when it comes to that.
They do not care who they are speaking to.
They do not care if they were told beforehand that these individuals aren't taking questions.
No. But I don't know if you saw there, RM was
Yeah.
ready, prepared, and excited to answer that question.
Yes. Oh, man. Each and every one of them were spot on. I loved how they coordinated that and said something slightly different.
Yep.
And what JK said truly hit me.
Oh, yeah.
About music and how it can break barriers, language, culture.
And what Suga said about being different.
Yes.
They literally gave one or two sentences each.
Mm-hmm.
And every single one of those was highly impactful.
Yes.
Right? And to your point about the coordination, this had a lot of resemblances to a dance practice.
Yep.
Right? You got one coming up from here, one coming up from here, and they're alternating which side.
Yeah.
Right? And then RM closed it.
Right? As it started. He opened it and closed
As it started. And I also liked what the Korean interpreter did, where he spoke in Korean for RM's parts, which were in English.
Yep.
And then he spoke in English for the rest of the members' parts, which they stated in Korean.
Yeah. And Jared, let's not forget the reason they are here.
Yes.
Right? The reason that President Biden invited them was to speak on anti-Asian hate.
Yeah.
Which in the U.S. around this time and even now, since the pandemic, there's been a high rise in anti-Asian hate.
Yes.
So, their words were spot on and they understand their power and how many people they could actually reach in America as well. That's why they're at the White House.
Exactly. Right? To have Army, a fandom that knows no race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, nothing like that. BTS is a powerful voice in this fight against Asian hate and violence.
Yeah.
Jordan, I don't know if you remember this, but we traveled to New York City, I believe in January of 2020.
We went to a concert.
We were excited.
Wow.
The only thing on our minds at that time was the weather. We hoped that, a snowstorm didn't come and ruin the concert.
And the parking.
That
was tough to find.
However, I distinctly remember, and I will never forget this. We park on the side of the street. We found parking.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got a ticket when we came back to the car after.
We did.
But we found parking nonetheless. And we get out of the car. And within 30 seconds of us getting out of the car, we see 3 kids walking up on the sidewalk.
Yep.
And there is what appears to be an individual who is Asian closing up a shop. And the 3 kids, I don't know how old they were.
Close to teenage, around teenagers, yeah.
Teenagers. Literally scream in this woman's face.
Yeah.
And they walked up to this woman and taunted her, Jordan, ruthlessly, right? With no shame. It was the first time I had ever heard somebody walk up to somebody and say, she's got coronavirus.
And Jared, this was a couple months that we were seeing in the US images from China.
Exactly.
Where the virus appeared to be rampant.
Yes.
So it didn't hit the US yet.
I don't even know if we had our first case of coronavirus, COVID, in the US in January of 2020.
Reported case. We found out later that it came earlier.
Yeah. And just to see these kids say that, walk away, right? Like nothing happened. And then you're left with this lady who just closes the shop, gets in the car, and from our perspective, appears to just go about her night.
Yeah. Yeah, it left a sickening feeling in both of our stomachs.
Yeah.
Because it's pure ignorance from the kids, Jared, but media has a lot to do with that too, man. What we're fed in the media through TV, through social media.
Yeah.
It's craziness, man, that kids had the gall to speak negatively or taunt a grown woman.
Yeah. And, what we witnessed was taunting, right? What that turned into and transformed into throughout the pandemic was actual violence and hate crimes.
Yes.
People being physically abused by other people simply because of the fact that they're Asian.
Yep.
Or of another race.
And that's why BTS came to the US.
Yes.
Came to the White House. And President Biden knows that.
Yes.
So, Jared, let's get to them meeting President Biden.
Yeah.
Let's watch it. So this video comes from the White House, Jared. It says that President Biden and Vice President Harris welcome BTS to discuss the need to come together in solidarity, Asian inclusion and representation, and addressing anti-Asian hate crimes and discrimination.
Okay.
So let's watch this.
Figured I'd make you feel at home.
You guys are good at this, huh?
Hello, we are BTS. Today we're here to speak with President Biden about anti-Asian hate crimes, Asian inclusion, and diversity.
Butter.
Hi guys, let me come out and say hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Karine. Nice to meet you. So we're gonna go just out of this door.
And hi, we're BTS, and it is a great honor to be invited to the White House today to discuss the important issues of anti-Asian hate crimes, Asian inclusion, and diversity.
최근 아시아계를 대상으로 한 많은 증오 범죄에 굉장히 놀랐고 또 마음이 안 좋았는데요. 이런 일이 근절되는데 조금이라도 도움이 되고자 오늘 이 자리를 빌어 목소리를 내고자 합니다.
What's this? Oh,
Dynamite. Jared.
한국인으로서
gotta get to him.
또 에이시안으로서 꼭 이야기를 해야 되는 문제라고 생각이 들었고요. 특히나 이제 한국 아티스트로서 이제 해외를 다니면서 이제 언어나 문화를 초월하는 그런 그 초월을 해서 또 많은 사람들한테 닿는 그런 경험을 했던 사람으로서 이 다양성이 주는 특별함을 꼭 이야기해야 된다고 생각이 들었습니다. 그리고 또 이제 차이가 주는 특별함의 여러 많은 사례들이 훨씬 더 늘어나야겠다는 생각도 들었고요.
Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. How are you?
Very good.
When we see hate and prejudice, it's meant to make people afraid. And it's meant to make people feel alone and therefore without power. When you all speak about it, you speak to people in a way that reminds them they're not alone.
We just want to give back all the love that we got, use our voice like you told us. That's all we wanted. So today is a really, really historical and big day for us.
We're so happy to help make a positive impact, and we feel the great responsibility at the same time.
All I have to say is RM for president.
RM for president of South Korea?
RM for president of the world. The world.
Well,
we need a world president.
Well, first he'll be the president of the army civilization.
Yes.
That's what he...
I mean, that really is synonymous with world president.
Yeah. Yeah. He said, we're happy, but we feel the responsibility.
Yeah.
That weight of the responsibility, that's a heavy, heavy weight.
Heavy weight, but they're more than willing to take it on.
They're making music videos by walking.
Yeah.
On the lawn of the White House, Jared. Look at this.
Well, welcome to the White House. Come on up here, guys. I got involved in public life because of civil rights. Even back then, famous artists help move people. What you're doing makes a big difference. Talking about how we have to eliminate hate is important.
When we first heard that the White House and President Biden invited us because of the Stop Asian Hate and the anti-Asian hate crimes, we were like, this is it, why not? We have to go to DC, we have to see you, and thank you for recognizing all the efforts, and we truly feel that our time truly pays off and pays back.
This is an important month here in America. A lot of our Asian American friends have been subject to real discrimination.
We want to say thank you sincerely for your decision, such as signing the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act into law. We truly appreciate the White House and the government's trying to find solutions.
I know you know what you're doing, but don't underestimate it. It's not just your great talent, it's the message you communicate. It matters. This is one president who appreciates you.
Wow. Woo-hoo. I have to tell my mom. Lastly, we thank President Biden and the White House for giving this important opportunity to speak about the important causes, remind ourselves of what we can do as artists. Once again, thank you very much.
What more can you ask for, Jordan? What other artists and groups do you see doing this? When Joe Biden just said there, I know you know what you're doing, but don't underestimate it. That just gave me chills.
That's the most powerful quote of this whole entire thing.
Yeah.
Do not underestimate it. It's so easy to underestimate it, or even
it's difficult not to,
or even, Jared, think that it's already being done. People are already speaking about it.
Yes.
How am I going to make a difference?
Yes.
Each and every member of BTS has the power to change a life and lives. They said it. They said they saw how their music is changing people's lives and perspectives and crossing barriers. This was an important day.
It was.
Truly a very important day for BTS and the White House in the US.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And one thing that I will be taking away from this, Jordan, is the hand over the heart. Okay. The first video we watched of JK walking through the airport.
Yep.
That was one of the first things I pointed out.
Yep.
Is him putting his hand over his heart.
Yep.
Right? We watched them in the briefing room. I don't know if you caught it, but they put their hands over their hearts. And at the end of this video, when President Biden said what he said, each of the members put their hands over their hearts. Look at this, right? RM is putting his hand over his heart here. Fast forward to see if more. Look.
I have to tell my mom.
Yeah.
You see, like that right there is a signal of appreciation and profound love and respect and care, right? All you have to do is raise your hand and put it on your heart, your purple heart. It's a universal signal.
Yes.
Right? No matter where you live in this world, there are those few universal signals where if you do it, people know what you're saying. And this right here is I love you and thank you.
The opposite of hate.
Yes. But think about that, right? When you have army from almost every country on the face of this earth, those gestures are necessary, Jordan, as a method of communication.
That's true.
Right?
Yep, that's true. Again, when you cross cultural language barriers, you need a different way to reach audiences.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was an experience right here. This was important.
Yeah.
A very important day, an important moment, like I said, in BTS's career and for our country.
Yes.
The US, man.
And RM's going to go tell his mother.
He's going to go tell his mom. So Army Gold, thank you for sharing this experience with us. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back very soon with our first poll.
Yeah.
So look out for that. We'll see you all again very soon, everybody.
Peace.